Do you want to say hello together?
No, you do it.
What do you want to say?
No, you just do what you normally do.
Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And this is David, my boyfriend.
Hello.
As promised, we said that we would do a David reading update video, and that is what's going on today. Minnie's coming over because she's jealous of everything that's going on. She couldn't give a shit, really, could she? She couldn't. So today David's going to be talking through what he has been reading this year. David, would you like to first of all start off by telling the boys and girls at home what your reading target for 2016 is?
So my reading target for 2016
Talk louder.
So my reading target for 2016 is 10 books.
10 books. So that's sort of like not one book a month, but that's what you were aiming for, wasn't it? To keep things flowing.
Yeah.
How have you got on with your reading target?
Not very good.
How many books have you read this year, David?
3 and a bit.
Well, no, 3 is the answer. Because we're
3
talking.
and a bit.
So would you say you're behind on your reading target?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think you can pick it up by the end of the year?
Yes, I definitely can.
You definitely can?
Yeah.
Would you like to start by talking about the first book that you read this year so far?
So
if I only read 3 books this year, I don't even know what I'd do. I wouldn't be able to cope.
So the first book I read was called The Penguin Lessons by Tom...
The what lessons?
The Penguin Lessons.
What did you say though?
The Penguin.
And why did you say that?
Because that's how I pronounce penguin.
But you shouldn't, because you can say it right.
Yeah, The Penguin Lessons by Tom Mitchell. And it follows a man who lives in... oh, blimey, I can't remember where
Argentina.
he lives. He lives in Argentina. And he travels a lot. And then when he was travelling, he met a penguin. And he took it back to his school. And that's where he looked after all the kids. And it was a lovely book. Sadly, the penguin dies at the end. Spoilers for those who haven't finished it yet. Right, the penguin dies at the end.
But did you enjoy this book?
Yes.
And what did you give it?
I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
And what did you enjoy about it?
It was just a nice book because I like penguins, and it was just a lovely book about kind of a man taking in a penguin that was on death's door, and he saved it. And
that does sound lovely.
And he took him on lots of lovely adventures.
That does really sound lovely. And was it written, because it's non-fiction, so this is like an actual true story that happened as well, which also makes me want to think, makes me think I'd like to read that anymore. And was it written nicely, like you were able to, you didn't struggle with it and things like that?
No, didn't struggle with it. Yeah, it was nice.
Good.
There was a few politics in it which I didn't really care for, but it didn't put me off at all. It was, the politics was minimum in there.
Okay, I really like the front cover as well.
Yeah.
It's nice, reminds me of Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And the next book you read, please, sir?
So the next one was my very first graphic novel that I ever read, which was called The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins. And so, and you have done a review.
I've read this as
book,
well. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find my wrap up about it, but what did you like about it, or what didn't you like about it? Did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as The Penguin Lessons, but yeah, it was because obviously I have a beard, and which was the main reason why Lauren bought with it. But it was lovely, folks. For a first graphic novel, it took me a couple of sessions to read it because I took my time on it, being my first graphic novel. It's got some really cool illustrations.
Have you got any faves? Do you remember any favourites?
No, not off the top of my head.
I suppose it was so long ago.
It was so long ago that I read it.
This guy.
But I like so his beard just gets huge and takes over a town.
I really like the black and grey actually. When I first looked through it, I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to get on with this, but I think it really does well with it. I think it's good. Yeah. So you would like it? Would you read more by Stephen Collins? Did you enjoy his art style?
I did enjoy his art style, but yeah, for a first graphic novel, it was really good. Found it really easy to read, and it was interesting. And I gave this 3 out of 5 stars.
So why, on what grounds did you give this 3 stars? Why wasn't it a 4 or a 5? Or why wasn't it a 2 or a 1? Why?
I don't know. I just.
Just was.
It just was.
Just get over it.
It's no wonder, and it wasn't as good as that. So I didn't enjoy it as much as The Penguin Lessons, which is why I gave it 1 star.
Okay, well done.
And then my next one is also another.
It's not a graphic novel; it's a picture book.
No, it's a picture book, yeah, by Coralie Bickford Smith, and it's called The Fox and the Star.
So David bought me this for my anniversary, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
For my anniversary, our anniversary. It's a beautiful picture book. Coralie Bickford Smith does the front covers of the Penguin cloth bound classics. You could probably recognise that there. And this won Waterstone's Book of the Year, 2015. So I really, really wanted it. And then when we got it, you read it aloud to me one night, didn't you?
I did.
And do you remember I cried?
Yes, you did cry, didn't you?
It's just such a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's really nice. It was lovely.
You don't really remember much about this though, do you, if you're being honest?
No.
But you do remember that you like the
It was like, yeah, the illustrations were amazing.
It is amazing illustrations. Like, I'd be loath to give this to a child in case they ruined it.
Yeah, in case they've got their sticky fingers all over it.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
We should do this again, really.
And the story wasn't from, even though I can't remember it, I can remember it was, I mean, if it made you cry, it's going to be a nice story, isn't it?
It doesn't take much to make me cry. Put a bloody
it doesn't.
advert on.
Yeah.
Clap someone in the theatre and I feel like crying. I felt like crying today.
I know you did.
I was so proud of them all. David and I have been to see Aladdin today. I feel a bit delirious with tiredness, do you though?
Yeah, it's very late.
You ain't never had a friend like me! Sing Aladdin, please.
No, you're right.
Please.
No.
Just one word.
No. So I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. Because I did like the illustration in this more than the gigantic beard. And it was just, it was lovely to read aloud. And
you can't remember it, so really, was that a 4-star? It obviously hasn't stayed with you.
Well, no, it hasn't, so maybe not then. Maybe I'll give it 1 star.
No, don't give it 1 star, fucking hell. Don't give it 1 star.
Well, no, I must, because at the time I gave it a 4 star, so I must have felt pretty strongly about it at the time.
Okay.
But it's something that I would like to read to our future children.
I think Minnie's passed away.
Bye, Minnie.
Minnie! Oh, sorry.
So then the next one was a book that I tried to read, but I didn't finish it. I didn't get very far, and I was very disappointed.
I bought this for David too.
I
thought it was going to be
by,
amazing.
was it Case Gaines? It's called We Don't Need Roads, the making of the Back to the Future trilogy. Now, I'm a humongous fan of Back to the Future, so I couldn't have been more excited about this book. But I just got to, I think I was about 40 or 50 pages in.
You were really slogging over it. It took you like
months
I think
to
this,
read. If I'm honest, I think this is what has delayed me reaching my targets. Because it did put me in a humongous slump, and
held it up nicely.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, like, it's not anything even actually back, because it's the things that I found out about Back to the Future that I didn't know and I'd loved, but yeah, I was just really bored.
How far did you get in the grand scheme of the films into this book?
Oh, so, not even the end of the first one.
Oh right.
No.
Oh, this is all. This is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I probably got up to about halfway during filming of the first one, because there was a few.
So do you think do you think it was you that didn't like it, or would you say if you're a fan of Back to the Future you wouldn't recommend this, or what was it about it you didn't like?
I'd be interested to hear if another Back to the Future fan has read it and enjoyed it, to let me know if it wasn't me, because I've read a lot of reviews, high reviews about it, so maybe it's just me.
Maybe you just enjoy, although you do like reading stuff about it though, because you've read like articles and stuff like that. I can't place what it is. It just wasn't for you though.
Didn't even get a
rating.
rating.
I think that's what sort of held you back, because you were slogging over this probably for about 2 months, if you're being honest.
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
kept, like,
this is
you'd read a double page and then that would be it, and things like that.
I really struggled to.
And that's what's held you up.
Yeah.
But there's hope for the future. So I bought you that.
Yeah, it landed safely. It was all right.
Safely. So 3 books you've read.
Yeah.
You're on your 4th. Are you enjoying it?
Yes. So my current book at the minute is from Ernest Cline, and it's called Ready Player One. And you can see there's my.
Let me have a look and see how far you're getting on.
So I'm probably about a quarter through.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
A quarter and a half.
A quarter and a half. That's,
No,
that's fine. So this book is. Oh, I don't think it's getting in the way. So this follows a young chap called Wade. As so it's set in the future. It's set in, I think, 2044, and there's a big virtual reality world called the Oasis, and the guy who invented it died, but he didn't have anybody to leave his vast millions or billions from creating the Oasis, so he's basically hidden it as a sort of a treasure hunt, and so there's all these people who are trying to look for the treasure. is called Gunters, and so Wade is a gunter, and I know it's a weird name, but it's a true name, and so in the Oasis, everything is based around the 80s. Anything you can think of, it's going to be mentioned in this book, and yeah. So I'm about quarter way through. It's really good. He's just completed his first quest, and it's very interesting. It's only going to get better, and they're actually making it into a film. Steven Spielberg, I believe, is directing it, and the only cast member that I know is T.J. Miller, he is Deadpool's mate.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
No, so that's fine. But I know
so
who he is.
Do you think, because I said to Ryan that I wanted to read, my friend Ryan's read this, and my other friend Alex. I've got two friends. And when I said I wanted to read this, he was like, "Oh, I think it's a bit gamey." Like, do you think it's for people that like gaming, or would you say other people could read it?
No, I think it's for people who love 80s stuff.
I quite like 80s stuff.
Yeah, it's like so much stuff. I'm a quarter way through, and I mean, even this is what it's going to be interesting to see how they get on with the film, because even things like Harry Potter's mentioned in it. You don't really like
I'm
Harry
invested.
Potter,
I'm invested in it.
So yeah, like Quidditch is mentioned. Back to the Future stuff is mentioned, Star Wars is mentioned, the game Dungeons and Dragons is mentioned. I think, because the first quest was based on a game called Dungeons and Dragons for the 80s, so maybe each level is a game, so maybe that's why he thinks it's gamey, but I'm loving it. And
you think it would suit a number of people, not just gamers?
Yeah, I think, yeah, if you're a fan of the 80s, or like, just like treasure finding books.
Oh, I love treasure finding books. They're my favourite genre of books.
That's a good genre. You should check it out in your nearest
really
Waterstones. I know, I told you I was going to be really tall.
Next year. Right, so 3 books you've read.
Yeah.
You're on this one.
Yeah.
When do you reckon you'll have that finished?
I'm hoping to have it done by the end of July.
Bloody hell.
I know.
You should have that done by the end of June, David. You've still got like 10 days left.
Yeah, no, that's not
chapter a
right.
day. Right, do you think you're going to be able to do your 10 books this year?
Yes, I am.
And how are you planning on doing that?
Just to read more.
And what have you got lined up? I know we haven't planned this, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
I still want to do Jurassic World. I want to buy that one that we saw tonight in Foyles, that Pixar book.
Is that a book, or is it just
No.
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 Oh,
it's like
Creativity Inc.
Creativity Inc.
Good luck. It's about 800 pages long.
No, it wasn't that big.
It's a big old book.
It's very big font.
Well, I want that.
Well, I looked. Yeah.
I made Toy Story. Woody was nice. And I also bought you a graphic novel for Father's Day. Minnie bought you a graphic novel for Father's
Minnie bought me
Day.
a lovely graphic novel.
The story of Stan Lee, if you want to, yeah.
I actually recommended Lauren to get this for one of our friends, but she actually turned around and got it for me instead.
Secretly got it.
Yeah.
Minnie got it.
It's called The Amazing, Fantastic, Incredible Stan Lee. So, from what I can gather, this is kind of like a graphic novel about how Stan Lee created all of the Marvel comic book characters like Hulk, Thor, Captain America. So I'm very interested to see.
It's quite a short one as well, isn't it?
It looks very short, yeah. So
it looks like a bit headachy colouring. Like when I look at it, I'm like, there's a lot going on in those pages.
But I think it's going to be quite cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to giving this a go.
So that's one you could probably do that in a sit-in, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think a good solid hour.
Yeah, I hope you do it.
I will do it. Well, I'm already doing much better than last year anyway.
How many books did you read last year?
2.
Oh Jesus, you almost doubled it.
Exactly, so I'm getting there.
Well, I won't congratulate you because you're not on target, but I'll just say good luck.
Cheers.
And should we get Minnie for the goodbye
family
shot?
photo?
Come back, family photo. And do the scoop attack. And we'll see you all again soon for another booktube video, won't we, Minnie? And Daddy.
And me.
Say bye. Bye.